What's up guys, Matt
and Blake
from the Football Boots team, and as you can see we've got a brand new setup, which means we have a brand new series for you guys. And if you are like us, massive boot enthusiasts, you are going to love our new series, and that's because it's boot sporting. So expect to see some of the rarest, oldest, newest, unreleased boots you have ever seen. So let's get right into it, and our first player has to be Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7, obviously playing in the Confed Cup at the moment, and of course he's wearing his new Campeos Superflys, which look incredible. Portugal drew 2-2 in their first game. He played a beautiful pass for Quaresma to score. What do you reckon about these boots?
So these boots are stunning. We've pretty much got an all red design with a bit of gold on the sole plate and on the CR7 branding. I'm in love with this boot. So Nike, I hope you'll bring this out in full retail version. Definitely the coolest boot in the Confederations Cup. So the next player, who is this, Matty?
So we've got Nikolai Stanshu. Now the interesting thing about what he's wearing the Superfly 4, so not the latest Superfly 5. He's stuck with the 4s. He's also cut the collar, which we love. Blake's got a Superfly 4, which is cut, and he loves them. Now Stanshu is wearing the Radiant Reveal colourway. That rainbow effect looks really nice. Now Romanian played Chile and actually won 3-2, so great start for Romania. Blake, who's the next player?
So the next player is Pepe, and he is wearing something unknown from Umbro. So it's a complete blackout from Umbro. He is a big Magista Pro wearer. As you can see here in Portugal training, he's wearing the current white-blue Magista Pro. But overall, what is he wearing on his feet? Is it a new Magista Pro generation, or is it a completely new generation from Umbro? Who knows? So the next player is wearing something completely different from a different brand. It is Memphis Depay in the Under Armour Spotlight Pro. Matty?
Spotlight Pro, what a completely different kind of boot we've got for you now. It's got a zip, it doesn't feature any laces, but what Under Armour are calling a BOA L6 reel. So how that actually works is you actually twist it and the boots get tighter. So very interesting, and of course a zip going on top in this green and black colourway. Doesn't actually look too bad. I think this could actually be a pretty good boot from Under Armour. But the next player is...
So the next player is of course Paul Pogba, and he wore these boots in the England friendly, which they won 3-2. He's wearing the Dust Storm edition, but something is happening to the Adidas 3 stripes. He's blacked them out, so they're usually solid yellow, as you can see. He's blacked them out. Matty, what do you think?
Do you know what? I actually prefer this colourway. I think it just looks a little bit more unique compared to the Dust Storm ones with the yellow stripes. I think these actually look amazing. And talking about looking amazing, Pogba had such a great game against England. Picked up the Man of Match award, very deserved. He actually played really well. I'm a bit of a doubter of Pogba for last season, but I think hopefully if he can play the same as he did then, next season he could be an absolute smash. But let's get into the next pair of boots.
So the next player we'll get onto is Ronaldo Lima, wearing one of my favourite Vapor 11 colourways, which is the Pitch Dark edition. So pretty much all black with a pop of pink on the branding. Such a good colourway. How did he go in the game?
Do you know what? For me, I think he's the greatest goal scorer of my era. Now, of course, at the moment, we've got Ronaldo, Real Madrid again, so almost like Ronaldo de Lima, Real Madrid. Back in the day, the greatest goal scorer, and now today in football, Ronaldo for Real Madrid is still the greatest goal scorer. But what a play was. He didn't actually get on the score sheet, which was a bit of a surprise. Real Madrid versus Roma. I thought he could have got it. But let's get into the next pair of boots.
So the next player is John Swift. He is wearing the Glitch 17, so the Coral skin. He is an England under-21 player. He's playing in the European Championship in Poland. So what is he wearing on his feet? This one is a very unique boot. Matty, what is this one?
This is actually an unreleased pair of the Glitch. Now John Swift, he's actually one of the ambassadors, so not many players out there on the pro stage actually get to wear the Glitch, but he is one of them, so well done to him because they are really unique. But also looking at this picture here, alongside the unreleased Glitch, we've also got Alfie Mawson, who scored a goal in the game, but he's wearing the X17.1s without any laces. Now Blake actually did a test of this. He did a 17.1s with no laces, and it actually worked for you. So it obviously worked for Mawson as well. Got on the score sheet. Next pair of boots.
So the next player is Fernando Morientes, one of my favourite players of all time. He's wearing the Adipower Predator. As you can see, Ronaldo's wearing his Pitch Dark Vapors in the back. But yeah, Morientes in the Adipowers.
What a player, what a pair of boots. And I actually like this colourway as well, in that fluorescent yellow. I think they look really sharp. I remember Van Persie wearing these a lot, and I think these boots are so popular with a lot of you guys who love Predators. These were actually really popular, but obviously Predator's gone, but maybe making a return in 2018 we hear. Yes. So who's up next?
The next one we see is Alexis Sanchez wearing a different Superfly 5. So of course this matches his chili colours of red, blue and white. Stunning. I think he's wearing this against Cameroon. the 2-0 win, right?
Yeah.
I think they're stunning. Pretty much a standard Nike ID colorway. It's got red on both sides. It's not that annoying half design where that Superfly 5 retail version, but overall, it's a stunning boot. What is the next one? So what is this, Matty?
So we've got Antoine Griezmann wearing the Puma Ones. This is an advert picture, so of course he's going to be the headline player, which is fair enough. Great forward player, scores goals, got pace, great technique. This guy is the real deal, and where's he going to be playing next season? We don't actually know, but there's also some more, maybe Man United, but there's also some more players in the Puma One who are.
So the next player we'll talk about who is playing in the Spain Under-21 Championship, it is Hector Bellerin. So he's wearing the Puma Ones, the leather edition. There could be a synthetic edition launched later in the year, but overall a lot of players from the Everspeed and the Evo Touch are going to the Puma One. Who is the next player we're talking about?
So interestingly, we've got Rui Patricio. So far, as Blake said, a lot of Evo Speed players are going over. Griezmann, rapid. Bellerin may be the quickest player in football, but Rui Patricio is actually a goalkeeper, so completely different. The Puma One isn't just for those forwards. If you're a goalkeeper with that leather upper, these could be a really good choice for you as well. But let's move on from the Puma One and get into the next one.
So the next player we'll talk about is Jean Bosajor of Chile. What is he wearing on his feet?
Do you know what? Before we get into what he's wearing, this guy might have one of the best crosses of the ball I have ever seen. Honestly, he gets to the byline, wraps it in with pace, quality delivery, but he's also wearing on his feet a very quality underrated boot, and that's a Clutch Fit 3.0s. Now, we've got the fiery coral colorway, but he's wearing the brand new High Vis yellow, which actually look really, really good, especially with those white socks. Blake's a fan, so Blake, move on to the next pair of boots.
The next pair of boots is a very unique one. It's AC Milan's or Italy's Under-21 player, Manuel Locatelli. He's wearing a different version of the Magista Opus. Matty, what do you think of this?
Do you know what? I'm not too sure what these boots actually are. Are they a prototype of the Opus 2 or are they a prototype of the Opus 3? It's really interesting because you can see the dimpled upper, but for some reason it actually goes into the upper rather than coming out, which is what we all know the Opus 2 actually was released. Now it's been changed, it's been modified. So I think these could potentially be an Opus 3. One slight shame for me is I still don't think they look as good as they could be. Bit of a shame. But let's move on from a blackout boot and get into something else.
So the next player is Bartosz Kapustka. So he plays for Poland Under-21 team. They are hosting the tournament and he's wearing a white, red and black Superfly. Again, a Nike ID edition, and Nike are doing this for Poland as well. So very nice Nike ID collection, Matty.
I like it. I like that Nike have actually gone to the guys that are hosting the tournament and given them Nike ID boots. I think it looks really sharp. Nike ID always does look really nice. We love the Superfly. We love the Tempo. I think my favourite might actually be the Vapor. I don't actually like the pinstripe effect, but on this white and red version, I do think it looks quite nice and it's all about that gradient effect. But let's put aside the Nike ID and get into the next boot spot.
So the next one we'll get onto is Polo. So he's the number 7 for Russia. He wore these boots against New Zealand, beating them 2-0. But he is wearing the Confederations Cup Pure Speed. Massive, massive kit combo there. That looks stunning with that white and red combo with that red and white kit. Very, very nice pair of boots. And he is probably the biggest player to wear the Pure Speed in the Confederations Cup. On to the next player. Who is this, Matty?
So we've got Raul. What a player. I'm a Real Madrid fan, big fan, so he is one of my heroes. This guy just scored goals, wasn't quick, wasn't tall, couldn't strike the ball with power, but an absolute poacher, fox in the box. Anytime the ball's in the box, you were thinking Real could score, and he pretty much did. On his feet, he's wearing the X16.1s in that Mercury Pack colourway, so the launch ones. Now, I don't think this is the best boot out there. I don't really like it that much, but obviously Raul loves it. He's obviously still playing his football, and in that game, will look quality as well.
So the next player we'll get onto is Arturo Vidal, and as you can see, with his teammate Gary Medel, he's wearing a Chile Nike ID Magista Obit 2, which in my eyes looks really good. We don't see a lot of red Magistas, and this one, like the Radiation Flare Magista, looks really nice. Matty, what do you think?
Do you know what? I like this, just like the Nike ID for Poland. I think this looks amazing as well. Nike ID always does look nice, and you can make it really patriotic, just like these guys are doing. But let's get into our last boot spot, and it might be the most significant.
Yes, so this is Paulo Dybala wearing not a Nike Superfly 5 Blackout, but an Adidas Blackout. He's wearing the Pure Speed Blackout, and he probably will move to Adidas soon. Matty, what do you think of this?
Do you know what? I think that's the biggest reason. He is moving to Adidas probably very soon. So does that mean he is changing clubs as well? Is he going to stay at Juventus with the Adidas kit, or is he going to move elsewhere? Maybe Man United, maybe Real Madrid. I expect because he is wearing some Pure Speeds in a blackout colourway, he must be on his way to an Adidas team or just staying with Juventus. Please do let us know what you think. Is Dybala staying where he is in Juve in the black and white, or moving on to maybe the all-white of Real Madrid? But guys, that is the first episode of our brand new series of boot spotting. We'll be doing more episodes of it. There's so much football to be played over the coming weeks, months and years, so we will keep going to show you the best of what's around. But guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching as always.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click on the subscribe button somewhere around here or watch one of our latest videos.